And we're live. Hello, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Today is Tuesday, July 27th, 2021. We're going to report to the Department of Redundancy Department on this one around the tibial plateau fractures with challenges walking. Well, I had challenges live streaming yesterday. It kept resetting, and I was like, after the fourth time, I was like, okay, it's not going to happen today, which is an awesome lesson when working with your knee. If you do something more than several times and it still doesn't work, you're probably not doing the right thing. So it's a good life lesson. It's a good lesson for getting over knee pain. However, I did find the YouTube video sent in by Drone 19730602 from New Zealand. I'm going to read it to you. This is about tibial plateau fractures and how much I learned over the weekend around the Schatzker's evaluations of the different types of fractures. So it says, hi, I'm in New Zealand. I have a Schatzker's 4 fracture. I found your video informative. Question is, how long will it take for me to walk? I've been told knee replacement would need to be done at some stage. Is this accurate? So we're going to break this down here in a little bit. If you have questions in the meantime, please put those in the chat box. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube this morning. So this message that was sent through one of the YouTube videos on tibial plateau fracture, knee surgery repair with physical therapy was a video that I had done in the last couple years. Got me looking, and I did a Google search on a Schatzker's 4 fracture. And this is what I came up with. This was very interesting. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. So this was super interesting to me anyways. So I'm going to share my screen here. Share the screen. Okay, here we go. And there it is. So now we are going to this Schatzker's classification of tibial plateau fractures. So these are, apparently there's 6, I learned there was 6 different types of tibial plateau fractures from type 1 to type 6. It seems to be the different places that the fracture occurs on the tibia, which is the bone in the lower part of the leg. Let me get back to that. That's it. Tibia is the main weight-bearing bone below you in the lower part of the leg. And this drone had a type 4, so he cracked off this inside part of the head of the tibia. So this is, his kneecap would be right here. So he cracked it right over here. And of course, this requires screws and pins and things like that to hold the, let me stop the screen sharing, stop sharing. So this type of fracture requires, actually all those types of fractures require sometimes of pins or screws or things to hold the bone together, and then that heals. And what the doctors are telling Drone over here is that he'll eventually need to have a knee replacement, which depends on the approach that you use. The whole determination generally for a knee replacement, or why someone would choose to have a knee replacement, is because the knee is painful and they have difficulty with range of motion. Painful range of motion. The joint is wearing to a point where now they need a knee replacement because they can't take the pain anymore and they're not able to enjoy the life that they want to live. However, my question to anyone who's facing a knee replacement is, let me ask you this. Would you even go see a doctor if you didn't have pain in your knee and you didn't have problems with range of motion? 999 out of 1,000 people would say no. because the whole reason for going to the doctor is because something hurts, something is painful. And when you don't have pain, you don't have limited range of motion, would you go get a knee replacement? If you would say yes to that, then there's nothing I'm going to offer on this video that's going to be beneficial for you, because my whole belief, my whole approach is that the body has the infinite capacity to heal itself if given the right conditions to do so. And what we explore here is how we can begin shifting the mindset to get the mindset in a place where the body is going to be able to heal itself. We have to shift the mindset first. We have to get the mindset in the right place. Otherwise, no matter what you do on the other side, it's not going to be helpful. So mindset first, then we talk about creating comfort in the knee. And this is what we're going to dig into with Drone here today, around how long it'll take for him to walk. And this is what we're going to talk about, is the distinction between the physical injury and the neurological component that sends the signals that is going on in the injury that's causing the pain. So you have two components of your physical body. Now, this is really a watered down, simplistic version of it, more complicated than this, but in essence, this is really how it works. So you have the damaged tibia with pins and screws holding the bone together. That heals. And then you have the neurological component. That's when your body went and it hurts and the joint isn't working the way it's supposed to. So you have this neurological component, you have the physical component. The docs take care of the physical component. That's why it's important to get a diagnosis to determine if something is broken or torn in your knee first, so we know what we're dealing with. So the physical component, that's what the docs and the PTs look at. They take care of, they address. So if something is broken or torn, we want the Western medical model in our corner to address that. So the fact that Drone had a tibial plateau fracture and got it fixed is a good thing. However, if we aren't addressing the neurological component in conjunction with the physical component, neurological component, the electrical system, your nervous system, your brain, your spinal column, the nerves that go out to every cell in your body. When the body tenses up to protect itself from the accident, the injury, the surgery, the trauma, it affects your neurology. It affects the tension that's going on in the joint. It affects the speed at which your body is able to heal your knee. This is very important. And we can begin addressing the neurological component in conjunction with the physical component. When we relax the tension in the neurological component by working with the intrinsic movement of the joint and creating comfort in the joint, in the kneecap, in the tibia, in the fibula, in the joint itself, the joint that's tight because of the threat, the tension, the stress that it's under from the injury, the accident, the surgery, the trauma, begins to relax. And when that relaxes, it increases blood flow, it increases oxygen, and it speeds up the ability that whatever we're doing in other areas of our life, water, nutrition, supplementation, breathing, other aspects, now can come online and begin to heal the knee faster. Your body's resources come into play and can now heal what's going on in the knee faster. So when Drone is asking the question, how long will it take for me to walk? This physical component in conjunction with addressing the neurological component is going to reduce the amount of time it takes for them for their body to heal what's going on with the tibial plateau fracture, this grade 4, the grade 4 fracture. So And this is really important because from the medical model's perspective, they want to make the knee joint strong enough to support the body. So we're going to go back to that Schatzker's image here. Share screen. And we go infinite number of, here we are. Okay, so we have the type 4 fracture that drone has, this type 4 fracture right here. And now he's got the pins holding it all together. What we would need to do in my interaction with drone would be to discover where he's or they are experiencing the pain in their knee. Are they feeling it in this whole area? Are they just feeling it in the front of the knee? Are they feeling it down the side of the knee? Are they feeling it in the shin going down the front of the leg? Are they feeling it in the back of the knee? Because this is just, we're looking at the front of the knee and or the front of the bone in all of these pictures. So in my dialogue with drone, it would be to discover where in the knee specifically, where in the bone specifically they are experiencing the discomfort, and give them specific, what I refer to as pain pattern interrupts, to begin addressing the tension pattern, maybe right along this edge right here, if that's where they feel the pain. Maybe there are this bone on the outside over here, there were holes drilled in here, so there's pain on the outside over there. Maybe it's around pain when the knee is bent or the knee is straight. So we have specific video modules that would address the pain in those areas. Maybe the pain is referring down the shin, or maybe the pain is referring up into the quad, into the upper part of the leg. Maybe the pain is going into the kneecap. So this is where we need to take drone's experience and apply it to their specific situation to understand how to relieve that pain, and then make sure, once again, the mindset's in a good place. We're going to stop the sharing right here. Make sure the mindset's in a good place to be able to understand these signals that the body is sharing. Make sure we're setting up the conditions in their body and in their life to support these neurological changes that are taking place by creating comfort, and the body has the resources it needs to support its healing. Water, nutrition, breathing, supplementation, all of that goes into the equation to determine how long it's going to take for them to walk. I know it's like my grandfather was noted for, you ask him what time it was, he can tell you how to build a watch. But it's important to not just say, well, it's going to take you 2 months to get back to walking, when there's so many factors that go into that timeline of 2 months. I would be guessing at best to say how long it's going to take to walk, because everybody is different. Everybody's commitment level is different. Everybody's motivation level is different. Everybody, what they're willing to do or not do is going to be different. And all of this plays a role in you taking the responsibility for the healing of what's going on in your knee. So it's not an exact answer. However, it's a complete answer based on the information that we have so far. So based on that, when you get back to walking, is it painful to walk? And this gets into the conversation about needing a knee replacement down the road. Do you really need a knee replacement if you don't have pain and you don't have problems with range of motion in the knee? You're doing everything you want. For me personally, I wouldn't even think about it. If you've seen a knee replacement surgery, you'd see how brutal it is. They're literally cutting off the bones in your leg and replacing it with plastic and metal. Not my idea of why I would want to visit a hospital. Anyhow, point is that there's other options. There's ways that we can address what's going on. So I wanted to share that with you. I want to show you that Schatzker's, the classification of the different types of tibial plateau fractures, which I thought was super interesting, and something that I just learned this past weekend about that, and how not all tibial plateau fractures are created equal. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru channel. If you want to know further information, you can go down in the description below this video. We are offering information in both English and Spanish. Very much thanks to Sandra for contributing her time to help with the translations and support in Latin-speaking countries. Spanish-speaking countries, let's see. Down below, there's 3 things you can do to take action. Or wait, one is head on over to the kneepainguru.com website, and you can sign up for the newsletter, send out emails each day. That'll help you change your mindset about how the knee can heal. You can also set up a consultation. I have an appointment link, the link to my online calendar. We set up a time. Now, this time is not to get you out of pain. The consultation is not to get you out of pain. It's to develop a strategy based on what you have going on. And this is important because sometimes there are things you need to do with the conventional medical model. That's your path, your strategy. Sometimes you may want to do something more natural or holistic. We need to take all of that information, collect it, look at it objectively. And objectively, what I mean is when you think about it, it gets jumbled in your head and it's like, oh, my knee hurts. I just want to be out of pain. I don't know what to do first. Me, I can look at it because my knees don't hurt anymore. That was 20 some years ago. So I can look at your situation objectively and say, okay, this is what we need to map out to get you out of pain. You totally do that with a consultation. And then if you would like support, and I provide 99% of my support with the clients that I work with are all online. I don't see clients in person because most of them are around the world and it's difficult for them to get to see me. So that is my group coaching program called Knee Club. We meet twice a week in a group coaching program. It's you get a private Zoom link and I answer questions, point you to specific videos in a members area of my website where you can begin to relieve your pain right now. There's a private Facebook group. You get access to all the members stuff, all the videos in the members area. And then my support twice a week. If you can't make the call, no big deal. You type in your questions in the Facebook group and I answer them on the next call. It's pretty simple. Straightforward. You get great results. You get great help and support because I'm there. I've been there, done that. I even got the t-shirt. So anyhow, that's what I got. So tibial plateau fractures, challenges with walking. We covered that today. No more questions. I'm going to scoot, continue on with my day. This is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru. Wishing you a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video.